Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's new video. And today I'm going to show you two major and really important, let's say, factors that you should know if you want to start your own agency. I started my second social media marketing agency 3 months ago, exactly 90 days. And I'm going to show you now two things that will at least save you time, because you don't need to make the same mistakes and you can just straight move on, because I made these mistakes by myself. So you can potentially avoid them and at least save your time, but of course make more money for your agency. Let's dive deep into the first thing. First mistake is speed. Why speed? It's pretty simple. When you're starting your own agency, I believe that 99% of people immediately start thinking about perfect logo, perfect name, branding, colors, then website, VSL, but these things are not making you money. So these things aren't making you money and you're too much focusing on them. And instead of focusing on things that are making you money, for example, doing outreach immediately, doing content for inbound leads, you're focusing on like branding, logo, and name. I said that also when it comes to like setup, let's say, because when obviously you need to have some social presence, but so you need to create some social media profiles, create some logos, some name, obviously, because you need to name your channel, right, and your profile. But the point is that you must not waste days and days on that. And I know that from my also experience, my personal experience. 1 year ago when I started my first agency, I was thinking for the perfect name for 2-3 days, then logo. Then I was always focusing on these least important details that are not making me money. And most important details such as outreach, such as content, I was like, putting pretty much on the second place, which is obviously bad, and that's why I didn't have results. But like the point I'm trying to make, if you start your own agency, maximum 1 day, like maximum 2 days, you need, but you can do everything in first day. You need to write a name, create some logo. You can use pretty much everything. I mean I don't need to talk about it. It's literally 2025 on Canva. You have literally 10,000 of templates, good templates. You can use every editing program and just create simple logo, create some domain, create website, some website. You can use card, it's free. Create some VSL, but you really don't need these things. But like, start doing outreach and do not waste time on that. When I started, I created something, and I started with something, and I focused immediately on most important factors that are moving my business forward. Logo is not moving my business forward, so why would I waste too much time on that? Let's create something and let's move on to outreach, because outreach is bringing money into my pocket. Now, the second thing that is related to this first point is you're competing, and probably you don't understand this right now, but you're in competition against me, against other agencies, and there are a lot of agencies in your space as well. So if they took 6 hours to prepare all this, setup, startup, and start outreaching, and you are taking 3 days, they are in advance. They are, forward. They'll pick up all clients. They will make more money than you. You're constantly pretty much in competition with other people. So something that takes you 3 days, if they finish in 1 day, they're leading the ship and they're picking all the clients, choosing all the clients, getting all the clients, and making more money than you. So this is why you need to do things fast. And also, when you do things fast, if you made a mistake, if you fail, you need to lower down your ego and perfection in the beginning, especially when you're making this first thing, because it will not be the last thing. You will upgrade it later, but let's start with something so you can focus on tasks that have the biggest leverage, so you can make money, and later you will change logo, later you will do branding. At least later, once you have some money, you can hire some guy to do your full branding, but do not waste too much time in the beginning. Second thing is focusing on high leverage activities. Now, what do I mean by that? One part of my because I'm running content agency, one part of my offer is editing. Now, editing, if you're not familiar, takes a lot of time, especially if edit has to be good. You need sometimes even a full day to finish one video or one part of a video, which is not that efficient and effective. And as an agency owner, as a literally owner, you need to do high leverage tasks, meaning if you spend your whole day on editing and on the client's delivery, you don't have time to look for new clients. You don't have time to make content, which is also in some way getting clients, because when you make content, you in future you will start getting inbound leads. So if you spend your whole day editing and doing pretty much delivery process for your clients, you have time to take more clients, to take new clients, which means your income is kept, right? You can't scale, which is not the point. And obviously all of us want to scale. So you need to be as a founder, you need to focus on highest leverage activities that have the biggest ROI, return of investment of time. You need to do it as a founder. What are the highest leverage activities? It's outreach, for example, and content. These two things in my scenario specifically, but with most agencies, with most marketing agencies, it'll be the same, even if it's advertising agency, even if it's some consulting, coaching. Content and getting more clients in general, and content are highest leverage activities. And for delivery part, if you have time, yes, you can do it. For example, if you have few hours free, obviously it's better to do delivery process, do editing, or set up the ads, for your clients, instead of doing nothing, right? Because why would you pay someone if you have time? However, most of the time you won't have time, so you will need to hire others to do these tasks. And especially with editing, nowadays everyone is editing. Competition is, I would say, so high with editing, so in reality you can't be better than those editors. So it's just easier to hire them, and you focus on content, you focus on outreach, you focus on sales and marketing pretty much as a founder while they are doing editing. So to sum up this whole video, two things that you should keep in mind once you start your agency is: number one, start with speed, start moving the needle fast, start moving fast in general. And this first setup of your building social media, buying domain, website, whatever you do, shouldn't take you more than 2 days, and you immediately start doing the most important task. And second thing is, as a founder, you should focus on tasks that bring you the highest ROI. They are the highest leverage tasks, right? And in my situation, it's content and outreach, and it's not me sitting down and editing videos for others. So pretty much this is it. If you found this valuable, leave a like and subscribe. I started documenting this whole journey. I'll post on this channel. This is like extended channel where I document the journey while I have my main channel, which is pretty much for my agency offer. Right here, I'll try to post at least one video per week, but I'm aiming to post even more, like minimum 2 videos per week, documenting the journey, speaking with you guys, showing you lessons, showing you my mistakes, so you don't need to make the same mistake. As for example, today I literally show you 2 things. Now you can be like, oh, Johan made these 2 mistakes, I can just skip them, and make more money. So, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.